push up your confidence and obviously get the better seats in the later drawings. And I would say let's jump into this very game. And we have different civilizations here. VH playing the Chinese pocket. His flank is Miguel with the Huns. The pocket on the other side is Dogao with Persians and Spanish Stark. Let's see what he will do against ACCM, who's Spanish as well, and is getting a nice tribute from his pocket. He's getting the boss seal in here. And Cool is playing the Huns as well. Aztec's pocket for Bacti, though. That's a big question here. If that's, not worth another rear. I'm not really sure. I believe it was Brazil B who called the restart in the first game here. Overlay still says no. What's up? It's Brazil B against VNS, eh? Is Needed playing this Escape Cup this weekend? Sadly not. I actually played 2 rounds in case... someone didn't show and I could play the other guys, but Vinch did show and I couldn't play him. Yeah. So I cannot play this weekend. Maybe I'm able to play next weekend, but the games today and tomorrow were just too entertaining to not go and castle them. Why has everyone abandoned the Huns, Mayan, Mongol, Spanish meta? Because Mayans and Mongols are banned. That was the reasoning the admins, including me, did to just decrease the variance. Because now we can see Aztec's pocket, pretty bad. Aztec flank would be pretty awesome. And that's just so random, and we didn't want to have those kind of strategic choices anymore and the random factor, and therefore we went for no Mayans here. Will be casting all 16 teams today? Well, I will be casting every game that's going to be played today from the Gold League at least. So as you saw from my schedule down below, it will be a very long day. I'm planning to do like 19 hours today. Bacti, by the way, I'm not sure what he will be going for. He is going for the early walls. That feels a bit like a sling already. Not 100% sure what we will see. Dogao trying to re-steal some sheep. Stark with a weird farm here. Offensive and a slower farm than compared to the fastest one. And not the greatest micro here at the side. And look at that. How many villagers does he have on? Berries, look at that. That was 5 plus 3, 8 on berries before, and only now pushing a deer from I don't know where up top there. And now his pocket Dogao Persians, is he playing the flush for Stark and Stark will play it fast castle? Interesting choice here. Stark being very far behind and thinks, okay, I cannot really win any flush possibilities here. Dogao, please go and help me out and go for my scouts, and I will try to play the fast castle. And where is he sending his villagers here to the front? Uh-oh, that will be a tower rush. That will be a tower rush guaranteed, but he will be so slow. Needs to drop that food now, and I just heard a weird noise in my apartment. That was weird. Surprise 40-hour stream? No, not really an option. I thought about doing a 40-hour stream in those days, but I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'm breaking down a bit after the 30-hour Marcus campaign, and I really want to give like 100% even on the second day, so I decided against it. I was even considering to do a 100-hour week, but decided against that as well because I wanted to include some, not AOC time, wanted to play some online poker as well, at least 4 or 5 hours a day, and therefore change everything, but I will stream endless amounts of Nations Cup game regardless, even if I don't put a big like X hours in that amount of time onto it. So Dogao, let's see, that looks like a stable coming up here, most likely. Indeed, so that's a Persian pocket, interesting play, and VH will probably play it very heavy on the knights as well. And we will still see what BaK T is going for. I don't see a barracks, so he did not go for the Drush, but he's going for the forward. Completely missed that. And let's see if VH did scout that. Building a house, and VH instantly sees the forward here. And therefore sending in his villagers and trying to fight this down. Does BaK T has a barracks anywhere? I actually don't think so. No barracks here. So needs to split those villagers off. Is getting chased by 6. Has an eagle around, trying to do the sweet walls here. So we'll lose track of those villagers here. That is VH, and might even lose that villager fight down here. Interesting and super scrappy game already here. ACM going for the Drush into towers. Sneak Drush behind that by Stark. Look at that. That's 8 offensive villagers here, pulling off all of them. Defensive tower here, not the best positioning if you ask me. BaK T even house, and is building a barracks here very far at home. Building a defensive tower, and VH not up yet. Archery range coming up. Dogao scouting that, and maybe Dogao can just send over the scouts. That would be so good. If Dogao just sends over 3 scouts, he can completely deny that whole forward of BaK T, and he would be completely out of everything. Take a look at Cool's gold. Where's the 3rd spot? Cool will be out of gold here. Stark is walling this part, and we can see 2 gold spots over here, and he does not have a 3rd one. So Cool out of gold here. What a super scrappy game. This tower will go up. Archery range, not wall in time. Eagle Warrior coming in. 1 villager down, 2nd one down to 9 HP. And Dogao trying to out micro, doing some more hits. And BaK T's forward. 5 HP. And the last hit, the villager is going down. BaK T not walling in time. He still has a villager here, but that one is walled to both sides. Actually only with 46 HP here and 1 palisade wall. But what a beautiful move here. And now BaK T is completely walling himself. He's sending 1 more villager to the front. Not 100% sure how good that idea is. They will go for the complete team wall here. Say my name, and let's see. Cool is actually going for some scouts. What an incredibly scrappy game. I don't know what to show you at all times here. And Dogao, that's just beautiful team play. PH going for the knights. He obviously needs to pull so many villagers off of food here, so his castle age timing will be delayed quite a bit as well. More villagers going for the crazy move here. ACCM continuing his tower rush. Maybe should crawl forward to Dogao, but Dogao has a reasonable map to defend against towers. Did probably scout those defensive gold spots as well. What do we see? Eagle Warrior finally of BaK T going down. He's putting an archery range down here and is trying to fight himself out of this way. Those villagers still too much HP, so I believe BaK T will be kind of trapped here. What is Cool doing? Going for mass spearmen and scouts. What an incredibly scrappy game here. Oh, VNS all! Hey! Playing several dozen of games against each other. Glad to see you here. Dogao is Portuguese for beautiful team play. Ah, probably. Oh, building the gate. Early trade incoming. And what is BaK T going for? So not enough food. Obviously losing a lot of villagers. It's just super scrappy. Cool now coming in, trying to fight down a villager which walled himself. So great job here by Stark. ACM running around and Stark towering himself. I'm not really sure. Feels like VH the only guy. It's so funny. We're at 16 minutes. And the only guy up to Castle Age is actually 1 pocket player only. So weird, and that's a game we have not seen so far in this tournament. And that's exactly what we wanted to achieve. No Mongols here. Well, actually, that's not the best argument, but yeah, just making walling so much less efficient, making slinging less efficient. Without the mod, you absolutely would have seen BaK T going for the full wall here. And just sling his flank hunts on triple stable +2 defense, and you would have had all map control and such. But yeah, as you can see in this way, Works so much better for him. Oh, he built a gate to allow Cool to get in and get onto the gold. That's beautiful. Archers of Miguel coming in here, and say my name, going for some aggression. Such a scrappy game. I'm just following the axis as well. ACM continuing his tower push to Gao, trying to be safe. That tower probably won't go up. So all eyes on VH here. That's over chop for now. Walt's finished though. And I believe VH should be the one doing major damage. Let's take a look. Where can he go in? He could do some against ACCM. He could not really do some against Cool. Maybe some against Say My Name, but I feel like he could have enough army left at home. Miguel trying to fight him off. Overall villager count looks so much better for VNS here. And they are leading in score as well. Nice Sylphia for VNS Yellow. Has skirmishes here as well. And +1 defense compared to Miguel, he only has +1 offense at the moment. And not the greatest map. Defensive tower, not 100% sure when this tower had to be built. Go VNS. They have a good shot. They have an incredible team, and yeah, the team play of them is just so good. Have been playing together, all 4 of them, for years now. Next tower of ACCM, Cool, even protecting those villagers. Dogao needs to run, and yeah, maybe needs to go to one of his outer golds. Cool, the next guy on the way to Castle Age, so is Dogao. Back T doing town watch, not 100% sure why that is necessary. Is going for more Stormwatch, and uh-oh! Miguel getting in here, sneak attack, and that's 5 archers with +1. How did Say My Name scout this? And yeah, at least 2 villagers will, or at least 1 villager will go down. But he's sending in 5 archers as well, and still it's +1 defense against no +1 defense. Got cleared up here against VH, actually only ran back. VH, no defense upgrade though. No, trying to go for the fast gate, but not going to be getting up, or at least 34 HP won't matter too much. The villagers getting attacked as well. Miguel trying to micro a bit here. More towers, and where's Dogao going? Going for that gold. Back T now clicked up as well. And if you get into such scrappy games, having an Aztec boom through and go for Eagle Warriors is a real option. Especially if you don't have a Paladin Civ going for the full boom against that. And what is ACM doing here for the chase? Wanted to change from that stone spot to another one, because Stark was towering his way up there. But yeah, we will have maybe even players in Imperial Age when other players are still playing this in Feudal Age. More knights coming now, but Say My Name is doing a pretty damn good job here. Let's take a look. Is he up to Castle Age? Not yet, but Miguel is neither, so that's not the biggest problem. VH without any defense upgrades. VNS is receiving energy from Will Work for Ice Cream. Let's see if it works. We see a lot of axes. That one is done. Back T fought himself out here, so having this villager walled. And yeah, this is an exposed gold spot. Could absolutely get attacked. Knights now, let's see, trying to take some of the arrows. More villagers getting back onto work. Not 100% sure if that's the best option. Some villagers could get sniped down here. Fire Reeled, Brew, and Goku are in A. Oh, Eddie won against Miguel. Not the biggest surprise ever. And only once. Oh, that could have been the sweetest wall in ever. So many villagers here, but just barely missing that. Very inefficient lumber camp here, but what can you do? And yeah, now walling himself, putting a tower. That's so weird here. Look at that. That's something we basically never see in Say My Name up to Castle Age, and so is Miguel. So the very even matchup here at the side. Yeah, will continue to be very even. Nice team wall, and finally finished that here. Archer ranges up and should maybe defend here more at the front, but he is still open, and Miguel could come in any second. Skirmish is trying to defend that, and not 100% sure what we are witnessing here. Is that open between those 2 houses? Oh no, it's down here, open down here. Oh, and those villagers will, those knights will snag all those Stark villagers here. 5 of them will go down, and that's a lot of his aggression. Now trying to fight his go back open, and yeah, let's see what Dogao is doing. He built 1 extra TC, expecting a second extra TC to come up exactly here. And let's take a look at the villager count. It is roughly in the 40s. It's a bit better here for our Brazilians. As I said, VH, the one who should be able to carry, is adding stables now as well. And Baek-T is going for a second archery range and a monastery here now as well. Wants to put up some aggression here against VH. That's one of the best Arabia 4v4 games I have seen in a very, very long time. Miguel trying to go for some more aggression, and yeah, it's just Baek-T probably booming at home here. So it will be extremely tough for Say My Name to hold out. He's going for a third archery range. It's coming. It's going to be another pause. Say My Name really struggling here. VH, Bloodlines and +1 defense. The villagers are super unprotected. Is Say My Name maybe dying here? It's a clutch situation. Those knights in a beautiful position to intercept all those 4 villagers. Even what are they doing with the villagers over here? Probably running back, trying to get a TC up. Fighting in range of the TC here as well. Probably here the TC placement. No, he's just running even further. And this woodline is super exposed. Say My Name without any army, only having some skirms here close to TC. Could get cleared up by VH, and then we have Miguel going for an incredible amount of crossbows, which cannot really be counted if all the skirmishes are going down. Take a look at the other side. Finally, Stark is going up. ACM already doing the second axe. So everyone will get Castle Age. So my prediction was wrong there. I felt like it could go a bit more scrappy, but a lot of villagers died here. Wow, look at that, 27 minutes and a lot of players roughly in their 40s when it comes to villagers. Only Dogao and VH pulling a bit ahead here. Even Baek-T, the guy who should be booming a lot here, 3 extra TCs. Because he's going for that forward with the monks and the crossbows, isn't getting to the high numbers. And Say My Name is having a very bad day here. Losing so many stuff, and finally getting the walls done here at the front. But still, that's so many losses, and yeah, he's getting gold for now, but if they're going there, he does not have enough to stop that. Could be so bad for him. Baek-T kills all that game. We will see about that. He isn't ahead when it comes to villagers. Actually, he's pretty far behind against VH, so it will be tough. Yeah, he's stonewalled, so that's good for him. Dogao trying to go in for some more raids here. Some axes more at the front. That's maybe Stark trying to reclaim his front. Cool trying to go for the raids against the stone spots. Super scrappy game. Everyone is playing their heart out. Say My Name trying to focus down on the knights, but they are already +2. Sanctity for Baek-T now on the way. Trying to micro back. Here is Say My Name against those knights. Stark the lowest points at the moment, but overall team score is super close. Huge difference in villagers. Yeah, I have to agree. Say My Name is just so down, and Dogao and VH just doing the right job here. Let's take a look. That's only... oh, that's actually 3 converts, but the village at the front will go down. Another monk coming in to go for another convert, so the siege workshop will not go up. Let's see if another villager is being sent. No, not now. Not just yet, at least. And I cannot really distinguish red and orange. It looks like that's a lot of good converts here. And now 4 Adsex Knights against 0 pretty soon. Uh-oh, and that goal is dead now as well. So little chance for Say My Name to really defend. And now Baek-T might even be forced to go into a siege workshop at home. And he has another guy coming up and asking for, can I maybe get some of your gold spots? You're Adsex, right? You don't really need gold. And Baek-T has to be like, I thought this would go a bit differently. And look at that, 1 gold spot taken by your one teammate and the other one by the other teammate. So you're down to only your main gold spots and maybe some of the forward if you're controlling it. Okay, so cool. Let's take a look at his eco. 65 villagers. That's not too much. He is going for a lot of camels. He's trying to get some raids in here against Stark. Not doing too much against Dogao just yet. Having his army just spread around very much. Mangonel coming out, but also 3 Knights of VH here. That means one Mangonel can easily get sniped. HCM going for Sanctity as well. That's a bit surprising to me. Trying to clear up everything here, and finally Cool is reclaiming his 2 gold spots. Only working off of this 1 gold spot here. Dogao freeing himself as well. What an interesting game. All over action, but for now it seems like it's stabilized a bit. Oh, Cool is now getting raided by those knights, and nothing to defend there inside. Say my name is coming though. Okay, then time for another look at the villager count. It feels that the Brazilians are just set up a bit better here. That's a better fight for the Brazilians as well. So much more army for Dogao, and yeah, no chance for Bekti. No place to run. He's going for more monks. He's going for a lot of crossbows, taking some hits here. Maybe sniping down this Mangonel, and then it's just, yeah, trying to micro a bit. Lost so many HP. Nothing he can really do. Just try to be annoying. Now a lot of villagers are coming out here. Let's take a look. It's Cool maybe able to send some more knights. That's an interesting move. They need to have a lot of army here still. Otherwise you could lose all these villagers. Take a look. 4 monks out pretty soon and 4 crossbows. So they can absolutely not leave at that point. Knights finally cleared up. And PH will get that castle up. We'll get his stone, we'll get his gold. Maybe even over here would have been better to kill that tower in the long run and reclaim that gold a bit easier. Okay, let's take a look at the other side. Kongs now for Stark, and HCM will play it with a very low stone count. That's why he did Sanctity, just to get more monks out against the incoming conquistadors. Cool on a lot of camels, so won't perform too well against that. Is now going for husbandry to chase down those CAs a bit easier. Miguel going for a nice amount. Say my name is playing it very all in here. 4 archery ranges. VH on the way to Imperial Age. Is adding 2 TCs now. Say my name is so not as all in as I thought, but he's playing it very aggressively, but still missing bloodlines. He's now building the stable. Who's Brazil Age? Ryut, Fire, Goku, and Bro. I'm not even sure where Life is playing with A or B, but he didn't play yet, so doesn't really matter. So Conquistadors now coming in, trying to go for the raid. 1 Commodore for Cool, and he has camels, and as we saw before with husbandry, so that shouldn't be the biggest issue. Dogao now clicking up to Imperial Age. So is HCM, and HCM is preparing a Halberdier ram push, which will be super tough because HCM, yeah, just has a perfect counter, and if he gets 1 castle down, he is facing only cavalry of Dogao and could do a lot, so that will be interesting for sure. I'm jumping a lot here, but yeah, that's mainly because there's just action all over the whole map here. Semenem now finally coming with his crossbows at the front. Probably Miguel with ballistics here. At least that's what it felt like. VH sending villagers here to the front. He has a lot of knights here in the back. Actually, finally up to Imperial Age. What can he do? Wow, VH going for the weird offensive walls here and losing all his aggressive villagers. Not 100% sure what he was thinking there, and not communicating at all with Miguel, who had some army here over here. And somewhat of a hill here for VNS Yellow. He does not have ballistics though. Some rams coming in from him as well. And yeah, that's maybe an engagement he wants to take. How about the action would be so good. Stark, not on the way to Imperial Age just yet. Doing a lot of eco upgrades, still going for a lot of camels without any upgrades. VNS Cool is doing some magic. ACM not getting the converts in, trying to run back with all his monks. Even some monasteries here at the front. Pretty interesting move. ACM now coming in with his pikemen defensively first. And he needs to get up some aggression. Dogao, now Imperial Age. What is super scrappy game? Big fight over here. Let's take a look. Knights for VH against no Knights. Semaname not really fighting. Look at that. All this CA not fighting. He needs to fall back. Needs to buy time for his castle to go up. It will go up for sure. But VH will soon have Cavaliers with +4 defense. So that won't be funny against Semaname, who is only now researching ballistics and seems to be quite far away from reaching Imperial Age. So falling back even further, maybe even wants to take the fight here, indeed just under the castle, and will do more damage than he could ever hope for against some Cavaliers at this phase in the game. We got up to Imperial Age as well. Let's take a quick look at Semaname Baek T. Has endless amount of resources, but 99 out of 95, so that didn't work out too well. And is now going for Eagle Warriors, which should be pretty great against Miguel. But Togao is coming to the other side, and we have Baek T open at this point. Only now, Pop 100. He's not building the houses. Look at his resources banked up here. Halberdier push now into the face of Stark. Castle going up for ACCM, and T is looking in full control. The Brazilians heavily leading in points. Baek T is getting the knight here at the front. Semaname needs to survive. Cavaliers coming around. We have Cool only at roughly 50% up to Imperial Age, and he will need maybe some very good converts or maybe some Castle Age camel defense. Not 100% sure if that's the best choice. He has a lot of monks around, so that could be an option. CA of Miguel now coming over against the Halberdier push. Nice team communication here. The perfect unit to fight off all those Halberdiers. I'm unable to click up to Imperial Age. How are his resources looking? 47 food. Look at that poor eco. He just lost so much early castle age that he cannot really do much. Now with the Rampus coming in, maybe he needs to fall back a bit and wait for the traps here. What are those villagers trying to achieve? Baek T trying to go for some save here. Cool is going for... four more eagles is going for the +2 defense, and this castle will fall for sure. A lot of Halberdiers will die in exchange as well. Not 100% sure what's better there. ACM is pushed back a bit. What is this eco looking like? 113 villagers, so that's kind of okay to lose 20-30 Halberdiers here if you're gaining a lot of ground and pushing a lot. And at the same time, since Miguel is at the top side, Semaname can put up some pressure, but VH just has so much more army, and Semaname, without the Imperial Age upgrades, it's so tough to fight against Cavaliers here. They're simply doing so little damage. Halberdiers now continuing to push. Togao really struggling to find an area where he can attack. He's fighting mass camels on the one side, mass Halberdiers on the other side. The others are walled. It is tough. So now we have Miguel pushing in. Chukunu's coming as well. Semaname really needs help. Baek T at the moment, and that's a big problem that we said before. Add stacks out of the pocket. You cannot really go for incredible units. There will be a lot of dead paladins here, not even trying to take down this trap. Warriors now doing a good job of denying that castle from going up, and it's still such an open game. Miguel doing a great job, and he's sending so much. What a great, incredible team play here. Honestly, Eagle Warriors running into no CA, CA defending into Halberdiers, and that's just the beauty of great team play communication. And the big problem about Halberdiers, you feel like, yeah, you outcountered your enemy, but if they do the switch, they're just so efficient, and then you cannot really run to the other side since you're so much slower with your Halberdiers. And look at that, not even having the greatest map control and even over chopping here twice. Some paladins could be coming in at the side. Same name, still not up to Imperial Age. Trying to get more siege out, going for more CA as well. Looking at only 300 food, is now getting 100 stone slung and is finally building a castle here. But that castle will not live for long when traps are coming in, and they will. Trying to hold with CA. Back T not getting the map control. He needs to have like 5 barracks here in the middle and go for all the ratings. We can see Cool trying to continue his push. Thanks, Lincoln.
Why watching these noobs when Norway A are playing soon? Thanks for all the casting though, less than 3.
Yeah, I'm just getting hyped up. I will obviously quit the series when Norway A starts to play. Not really interested in that one here. Okay, back T now could maybe take the engagement here, but Cavaliers are just unstoppable at this point. Look at that, 140 HP, 6 defense against those CA who are doing 8 damage, so that's 70 arrows to get them down. Just impossible. Castle is going down. Stark on the way to Imperial Age now as well. Finally, pikemen are coming over, but a little too late, I would say. We have Seminade going down, and the other side, the push isn't that real anymore. More and more traps going down, trying to focus down a farm. Not the greatest win ever. Walling all the map, and this looks better and better for Brazil here. Same name, completely focused down. And it feels like the Aztecs' choice without a restart getting him pocket really cost them a game. He did a forward, ran into VH, and he did a beautiful defense. Now even bomber towers for VH. This push will be unstoppable. Miguel can only go for CA. Maybe he could even switch for Paladins if he wanted to, but CA on this side are just beautiful. Fighting off all those halberdiers. Yeah, should not fight in range of the castles, but getting just a very nice KD. Look at that, 200 to 100 here. And that will only increase because villagers won't really fight back. The halberdiers aren't really closing the distance, and they're just playing beautifully. VH is continuing to push. Back T is now trying to switch into onagers with pikemen. Maybe that could do something, but yeah, the switch is just coming too late. They cannot get up those walls. Holding the sill is not really an option. Same name getting into Imperial Age is not really an option. And they're getting raided in the middle as well. Getting pushed. Getting the pushback though. Paulina's cool here. With those. Maybe some onagers for the Spanish would be an option. Let's take a look. Okay. Setting up the trade already. Like a top team should do. Let's take a look. Overall trade amount roughly 50 to 12. For VNS. What is VNS Yellow doing here? Trying to go for some snipes, but that's just an unstoppable army. So many Eagle Warriors closing the distance, but still without Garland War, so they aren't doing the endless amount of damage. Bomber Towers obviously dealing so much against them as well, and not even fighting down the Tucanus. This has to be the GG moment any second. Trying to find some extra gold spot, but that's unstoppable. They will get into the trade. Seminame has no chance of ever getting into the good army. Yes, that was a nice clear up, but Back T lost everything here. Trying to regroup, sending in more and more, but Chukunu Bomber Tower is just too good. Now Paladins coming in from Dogao, and that will be the finishing blow over here. They're trying to fight it back for now, and yeah, it's still beautiful team play. At this side, Bombard Cannon's doing pretty well. We'll snipe down that Mangonel. Halberdiers now coming in, Cannoneers, and now the moment they see the Paladins in the trade, they will type the GG. This game will last less than 20 seconds. We can all do the countdown if you want to. And getting the raids in here, the trade is completely blocked. They will kill even the markets. Look at Seminame Pop at 57, all the others above 150. Back T is now sending in finally with Garland Wars, but still missing the +4 attack as well. Paladins and Heavy CA taking that hill. They're sending in everything though. Maybe this is another clear up. Maybe I called it a bit early. No, I did not. The GG incoming here. And yeah, very convincing game here by Brazil. We have to question the Aztecs choice though. It is just pushing the variance so much. If you're going for headstocks, if you're flank, you have a very good spot. If you're pocket, you have to come up with something so creative. And it's just so, yeah, tough to do that successfully against a very experienced team. And VH just reacted perfectly. Did take a lot of villagers. Dogao came in and sniped that down. Beautiful team play by them. And Stark and ACM basically both taking each other out. And then it was just Say My Name, who was pretty even against Miguel, dying because VH could go for knights and Back T could not. Achievements. And Miguel getting so many kills against villagers here of Say My Name and against all the Harbies of ACM who didn't get the great KD. Back T, Eagle Warrior is not really the unit that you want to have. Trade profit, pretty even for the Gao and Phoenix. Interesting stuff. And we have Brazil B taking it 1-0 here in this not incredibly important series, but very interesting. And yeah, the first real test for both teams here. Yes. So the home map of VNS will be Golden Crater. Something I did not see coming. And I would say Golden Crater, they will have something in store for us. And that should be a very, very good game. Super aggressive. And we will see if they have something special prepared. I don't even know what the best civs are. I believe Aztecs aren't. Goths and Byzantines? No. Will be Huns, Mongols, Mayans, maybe Chinese, maybe Persians. That's Gold Rush. You're confusing Gold Rush with Golden Crater. And you're confusing Clan Masters with SY Nations Cup no sling mod. We won't see that heavy slinging. Clanmasters had a sling mod tool. Yeah, I know, but it worked differently. But I guess they really nerfed the sling for NC Fields Batman. Really like sling. Well, the aim of from us was to have it still viable, but not as a 100% go-to strategy. And yeah, I feel like we did that pretty well. Like, in some cases you can still sling, but it's not your standard strategy. So I think we completely reached our goal, and pretty happy with that. Stark Flank and Miguel Pocket. Well, yeah. Show t-shirt nearly. Just a random circle. Nice colors. I liked it. I believe it's a skater brand. Only German players sing and they go Silver League? Like he didn't help, I think that's the reason they lost. Well, he had Aztecs. How could he help? Bad game for back team. No, guys! It was a bad civilization choice by the team. I think not that he per se played bad. He simply had a very limited amount of options with his civilization there. Well, he went forward and lost endless amount of villagers. Then it went 2 archery rangers, crossbows, and 2 monks, and got tripled when he had his strongest army. Obviously, he isn't so far ahead, and boom. Lost forward villagers. It is costly. Needed to wall a lot. And I'm not sure if he played too poorly. Just Aztec's Pocket is just really bad. Really bad. I clear it down to 1 minute. So home map of VNSA now. It will be Golden Crater. And I did say we won't see Aztecs. Well, we will see. Maybe it's a restart. And we will jump into game number 2 here. Brazil A leading 1-0. We have Brazil playing with Mongols, Dogao flank, Miguel Pocket, beautiful for them. VH very far in a pocket position here with Aztecs. And his flank will be Stark with Mayans, so double Misa on one side. Cool, very far off from his pocket as a flank here. And his pocket is, say my name, Venus Yellow. Back to Mongol Pocket, and here as a flank is ACCM. And that's a very open and short distance here for Dogao against ACCM. Let's see how they will play this out. Hey Neely, hey Pendaparia. Okay, for all the guys who don't know this map, a lot of gold in the middle. You can sometimes build a TC from the hill on it, but in a later run you need to control all this mid area. You only have, I believe, 4 tile of gold, and that's it. Only some stone, so going on to endless amount of bombard towers won't really be an option here. That's a boar of HTM getting axed by Miguel though. See if they can go for the lane. Would it be fun to have Chateau as co-caster? Yeah, I absolutely love to have Chateau as a co-caster. Could be even my favorite co-caster. Oh, Dogao not walling here. We'll lose a villager. Why did he not react at all? What was that? He wasn't even trying to save that villager. A bit surprised by that move. And no restart. Although they have attack pocket. Oh, that could be another dead villager. Look at that, 4 HP. Uiuiui. VNS must have a strategy in mind. I hope so. And for the next boar here, what is ACCM? He's pretty low when it comes to sheep. Seems like Dogao stole 2 of him. Dogao only now going for Loom. And that's a very offensive gold here by ACCM. And instant wall here by Dogao. Sweet stuffy. Uh-oh, and what is a Malians player if he cannot get gold? Well, he has very reasonable access to the main gold. Let's take a look at ACM's point of view. What did he see? He now sees the villager walling in here. And he is trying to resteal some of the sheep. What's going on here? It's endless amount of sheep. Doing a lot of damage against Miguel here. And yeah, he actually didn't fight off against the villager. Now only sending him off. And Dogao is trying to speed wall a bit. That doesn't really matter too much. And let's take a look at the other side. Stark, very compact base here, I have to say. Oh, and Chinese flank against Malian flank, and their distance is pretty short as well. And aggressive spots here for Cool. That will be a tough task for him as well. We have 1 villager down here for Dogao and ACCM. So we see a KD of Dogao already 1-2. Make that... Oh, he didn't fight back. I think ACM could have done the damage here. Where is the second boar? Very late here. I thought about it. Where is the second boar? We knew that it wasn't a steal. And now getting all the hits in, and Dogao will lose that scout fight if he desires to go for it. Back T should be going for a lot of knights here. This is basically even more aggressive than your normal Arabia game, since you need to control the game early Imperial Age, late Castle Age, or you will simply run out of gold. Maybe how scrappy that game from before went. You maybe even need to control it in mid to early Castle Age here. Because it's getting just, yeah, aggressive all over the place. Stark with a weird placement of his barracks here. Oh, it's reasonable, okay. And VNS Cool going for the nice walls, I believe. Yeah, walling over here. And then he can just build his archery ranges here. And should be pretty fine. Is getting a lot of distance in between him and... Oh, he's actually drushing. Chinese drush is something you very rarely see. He will play it drush FC, if I see that correctly. Look at all his villagers on wood here. And didn't click up yet. And that's something we rarely see from a Chinese player, since they're so slow at the start. Brazil has their own camel civ as a flank, can get really tricky. One of the VNS pockets get an early advantage. That's true. But if you get an early advantage, you are always in a very good spot here. Dogao going for more walling. Is he tower rushing here? Yes, he is. Dogao is going for the 949. Tower rush here with his Mongols, and ACM is sending more and more villagers over. He will not be able to defend with his own towers. He's going for some militia as well, but did not scout those villagers moving down here, and is not scouting this as well. What is he going for the moment? He's just trying to survive. He's going with 2 villagers on gold here, and yeah, he's just not scouting anything at the moment. He's going more aggressively with those 6 villagers as well, and maybe gets 1 tower up. He's going for an outpost rush, and he's a scout very Yeah, poorly. And VH from the pocket, and that's way too late. Look at that. We had 10:40, and Villager's still not getting anything up. It's now sending more and more over. And will probably be an M&A forward, but say my name, already walling himself. We have VNSQ walling like a madman as well. I believe VH won't do much here. Tricky tower by Dogao, getting scouted by BackT. Great stuff here. Next tower coming in, HCM going for the M&A. Let's take a look if he can do something. Dogao is scouting this. Where are the M&A of HCM? Why is he going for the upgrade? He's now pushing Dogao away from this. He's actually attacking the walls, but not very efficiently. And Dogao trying to X here so much more. Stark is going for the aggressive tower. And cool, after 12 minutes, it's still not up to the feudal age, guys. Did a suicide rush here and did kill 5-4? That's a pretty big KD here for Drusher. Take a look, VH trying to go for the forward. Same name if he loses that gold. It's all gone for him. He's building the defensive tower as well. The Drush won't do much. And we can see... Did I miss a unit? Yeah, here. Another militia coming up. ACM, what is he doing? He's going full aggression. Dogao fighting this down with villagers against 2 M&A. Not 100% sure if that's the best option. We need to see ACM microing this, not taking care at all. Scouts now from Miguel out of the pocket. I didn't even realize that. Miguel is going scouts out of the pocket. And so every one of the Brazilian guys are playing pretty aggressively, and BackT is going for scouts out of the pocket as well. I completely misjudged this map here. I thought that at least one player would go FC. Maybe say my name's plan was to go FC. Yeah, it feels like it. And cool, look at that 14:23 uptime. That's probably one of the latest times I've seen in a very long time when it comes to a normal no nomad map. M&A now trying to run around here a bit. BackT walling himself beautifully though, so all good for him as well. Miguel now trying to find some damage against BackT, but he is pretty walled up. Needs to wall over here. That feels like it's still open, and maybe 1 or 2 spearmen here in the back wouldn't hurt either. Now another tower, and we see say my name is not on stone, or is he? Nope. That's one of his stone spots, and the other one is out here, so he cannot answer that tower with another defensive tower of his own. We see Cool now getting up here as well. He only has 5 farms, so not really sure what went so wrong for him on this map as well. Is now going for another tower here at the front. I hope he deleted that one. Yeah, he did. And again, like the first Arabia game, this is super scrappy and a great series again. What happened to Purple's villagers? Slaughter. Well, he's down to 25 villagers. He did get some home at the teams, but that's a slaughter if you ask for one. Needs 2 more hits on those, and yeah, those villagers are getting down. Maybe even getting those last villager down here, Miguel. And indeed, look at that, 21 villagers now only here for our Vietnamese player playing in the purple trunks here with Marians, and this is open as well. That will be more dead villagers, and look at them, they're so low in HP. Miguel coming with 3 full HP scouts as well. Dogao helping out, and BackT is sending in his scouts, but way too late. This one spearman can do major damage. Let's take a look. Oh, all the low HP villagers are up the front. Dogao, Miguel not getting any more kills. All those low HP villagers getting home, and if I say all of them, I mean all of them except 1. 2 kills even. Same name now. The first one up to Castle Age, and again 1925. Such a ridiculous late time. But he's having his gold, and he's walling more and more. Another tower is trying to get up here. We have VNSQ trying to defend and trying to survive. The forward of Stark continues. And remember guys, it's all about the control of the gold here in the middle. What a crazy game. Cool. Now going up for a market. Is he maybe slinging? I believe that would be an option to go for the sling into, or for say my name. Defensive tower here by Dogao really wants to be safe. More archers coming around, but the tower will go up in time. Maybe going for Miguel would be an option. Miguel has nothing to defend against this kind of army here. Some archers, a spearman, and he only has one pikeman out. No tower for Miguel, and he could lose all his gold villagers and pull his wood villagers away as well. And that tower might even go up from VH. No real answer here from VNS Yellow, which is Say My Name. The tower is out of range. Now the sling, as I said, from Cool to Say My Name. Oof, what a scrappy game. 23 villagers by Purple. Back T on the way to Castle Age. Miguel as well. So that will be even. And let's see what Venus Yellow will be able to do. Did he go on stone? No. So he will not be able to build a TC here. Now needs to finish the quick wards. M&A actually going back into the backline here. It was all open and M&A did not realize. Going down to 33 villagers now as well. Going for some knights, only +1 defense. He wants to fight that back, but 2 spearmen out as well. Going for the unprotected gold now in the middle. That's so scrappy and can so easily get raided. Archer's now coming around, and is he getting the timing against Miguel before he's getting the CCs and knights up? Just maybe. Oh god, Stark now completely walling off that side here. Does not want any help to be sent to VNS Cool later on. And is going for the complete wall in. What is crazy strategy? T continues to go for it. Maybe can they intercept this TC? It seems like no. Not a lot of outposts and Say My Name. Just so exposed with his villagers here. Not 100% sure if that's the best option. Losing more and more villagers again against the M&A here. 36 villagers. Overall villager count looks scrappy for basically everyone. 39 villager is the highest here at the 21-minute mark. In a 4v4. Gao getting another tower up at a beautiful spot. And where's ACCM getting his resource now? Not over here. Not really over here. And yeah. Not over here as well. Trying to fight down this tower now. Some Knights of Miguel coming out, trying to help him. Oh, actually, no, trying to fight against ACM, obviously. And he has +2 defense. Oh, the Knights not really deciding what to do. Finding TC up in the middle. That will be a lot of dead villagers. Back T sending in some camels. But camels, not 100% sure how well they will perform. Some villagers will go down for sure. ACM dropping down to 22 villagers again. Now going back with some archers, and what another scrappy game. Yeah, Dogao will lose a lot of villagers here as well. So that's a small win for them. But Dogao feels so much more safe here at home with all his towers. And he's keeping up the aggression. Stark now up to Castle Age as well. And he might be doing pretty well against Cool. Or actually, like, yeah, won't do anything against Cool, but maybe can control the middle area here a bit better. But they are slinging Say My Name, and he needs to go for Mass Knights. He is up to 3 TCs. He's going for the Siege Workshop now even. And let's see how he will continue to play. This wheelbarrow for him, Bloodlines as well. And the fight for the gold finally starts. Let's take another look at villager count. That's Never Do Math on Stream, 155 to 160. So pretty even. Pretty damn even. And VNS Cool sees, guys, me sending a villager over is not really an option at the moment. And Stark is now up and he can go for a lot, but well, Cool can just get wood, can get food. It's totally fine. That's a lot of gold actually for that map, and he is walling. I'm not sure if that's why does he need a second layer. And if ACM didn't lose enough villagers, he's getting attacked even further. Finally, back T clearing up that tower, is killing some more of the villagers. Dogao now up to Castle Age, something that ACM is still pretty far away from. Look at that, 200 food, 15 wood, 0 gold. And Cool continues to sling Say My Name. And that's exactly what we love about this mod. It's not an overpowered strategy, but it's absolutely an option. Going for the wood upgrade only now is Say My Name. Would love to see the +2 defense for him as well the moment he can afford it. Miguel coming in with his knights is not getting any kills. Trying to snipe the farms maybe, not really. PH, is he getting that monastery up? Could be so annoying. The knight is not getting in time. ACM trying to free his area in front of his base. Is not getting any gold at this moment. Just going for Spearman, trying to go up, maybe even with the market. Okay, what is Dogao doing? He is heavily on stone still, not on gold at all. Miguel adding more stables. He will be the guy going for Mass Knights against Say My Name's Mass Knights. So that will be the main issue here. Who can get out more Knights in Castle Age? Fiat is going for the Pikeman push. I believe that's a very good option here. Going for Pikeman and Crossbowman. They will perform so well against Say My Name, who's still lacking the +1 defense. I believe it's looking good for Brazil here again in the middle. Yeah, Say My Name's eco is looking pretty solid with 62, but Miguel at 66 as well. Overall military count, it is a bit more than 30 compared to what? Incredible numbers, over 60 here. And yeah, that's just something they cannot stop. Oh, and that's a big raid against the only gold spot that Say My Name at the moment has. If you don't count those three. And those crossbowmen are doing a lot of damage as well. Say My Name losing so many villagers. I just said 62. And a minute later it's 56 only. ACM still continuing, trying to free himself. Back T actually doing a pretty solid boom here. Heavily on stone. Maybe he can get some control over the middle area. And if he gets like 1 or 2 castles up, maybe Mangodites is a real option here. Miguel top score. Expected. Somewhat, yeah. And that's a big, scary army here. Can maybe even tear down that 1 TC. Where's Back T? I think he needs to go for more army in this very special map. Say My Name is getting more sling here, but he needed to defend at home. And that will be a dead castle. And the second dead TC, and maybe the second TC under threat as well. Back T not going for enough army, if you ask me. He needed to go for more stables and keep on producing. That's simply not a map where you can say, okay, I can boom and yeah, everything will go alright. Cool, continuing his sling. ACCM. Strong 33-minute Castle Age timing. Not sure what Dogao is doing. He's booming for now, not going on any gold spots as well. The main thing will be here in the middle. Will Vienna's Yellow and Back T get the numbers to fight down and control this area? Stark heavily on gold now, so is VH. And now the pikemen are coming in, and the pikemen will be so good against Back T and Say My Name. It feels like VNS will go down to 0 and will lose their home map here. That's so many dead villagers, look at that. And again, I said 62, it did fall down to 56. And it will fall even further. So he is going into the wrong direction when it comes to villager count. And Cool is even saying 11. Oh! Back T's knights are getting walled in. What a sick move here. Stark, what an incredible amount of crossbows here. How is he getting those numbers out? That's really helping that Marion's bonus, getting so much more out of the gold. Back T is getting that castle up. Maybe he wants to take an engagement under that. That could be an option for him, but Miguel has just incredible numbers here. Bloodlines, +2 defense, +1 attack. Stark is now going for ballistics, and that's a lot of damage. But Back T simply does not have the range, so... Oh, maybe getting some shots against the pikeman, not really. Needs to fall back, maybe do some damage if he wants to. Against the Mayans crossbows, that could be some big shots if he wants to go for them, but... Not getting the shots in there. Now going for cartography. They're waiting for the elite Mangodites. That's not really how it works. As them now in the Castle Age, they have to think, okay, the game is over. But Back T on the way to Imperial Age now. Seminary needs to run. So many crossbows of Stark out. What is this army count? Look at that. Over 40 military here. And on the other side, the combined army count at the moment. Oh, that row is less than 40. Oh, less than 50. Pushing back very deep into the base. Back T. Another castle. Maybe he can get into Elite Mangudais, but that's looking so tough. And I believe VNS choose the wrong strategy here. Not going for enough army in mid castle age. Like I said before, it's just so important to have that strong mid castle army composition. And Sam and Aim went fully for it. Back T didn't. ACM couldn't. And Cool could not either. And therefore it was basically 2 armies here in Castle Age against 1. Cool is just laughing his ass off, and they will try to take one last engagement. Back T is coming in, VH is up to Imperial Age as well, and I believe even the Mangudai switch of Back T here will not win them the game. ACM is going for a castle in the middle. I believe that's not too great. ACM can't stop laughing here. He just sees the army and knows this game is so over. Seminame is just running. Let's take a look. 37 villagers here only, and yeah. Brazil just so much higher here. 2 players on the way to Imperial Age for them. Back T trying to intercept. Maybe they will take a fight here. Not 100% sure if the best one. Same name. I believe it's okay to take that fight. Miguel thinks the same. Magno's shot could be pretty good. That's a nice one. Instantly losing that Mangonel though, and it will take some time till another Mangonel will be coming out. Archers won't help out. So much gold here in the middle, and that engagement continues. Crossbow man out, and that's so much better engagement for the Brazilians than VNS needed to continue in this game. Mangudai is now coming in, but look at those upgrades on the Mangudai's bloodlines. And that's it. Elite Mangudai upgrade now, but Fletching is the first upgrade only now being researched. And yeah, military count again. It's 30 compared to roughly 100. VNS Cool with another 11. He's really the entertainer of this whole series. Just saying 11 now. Phew. And Q is basically the sign of let's resign pretty soon after Back T takes another bad engagement. They're hoping an Elite Mangudais. I can see why they're still in this game. But Miguel will have endless amount of Cavaliers, where he will have +4. And it's not like Back T is set up with 5 castles and is pop 200. He's at pop 140, has 20 Elite Mangudais, not fully upgraded. No way he can get any support and buffer in front of the Mangudais. Oh, Miguel, no chance. And that's a GG moment probably here. Back T losing against Castle Age Crossbowman. Same name getting another sling, but what is he having? He has 4 military. That's just no chance. Maybe switching to the point of view of Back T here. He can build another castle and he's controlling a lot of the gold, but look at all that gold control by our Brazilian B team here. And it's so tough to say Brazilian B with that incredible lineup. Right up. And same name, SAS GD. No more chances for them. Yeah. Oof. VNS Yellow not doing a great job to scout that VH was pocket and was thrown off guard really heavily here. VNS Cool with a weird 15-minute feudal age time. HCM against Dogao. It is tough short distance mains against Mongols, both going down quite heavily there. Pretty likely, and yeah, I believe Back T should have went for more units here in Castle Age. Yeah. It is tough. Maybe they knew with normal Castle Age time there was no chance. Oof. Okay, let's take a look at the achievements. Military count, a lot of people pretty peaceful. 11 kills, 12 kills, 16 kills. And yeah, a 40-minute game. Not a lot of killing actually. Didn't see the biggest villager raids ever. Well, actually, I'll say my name. He's at only 64 after getting quite a lot of sling. And let's take a look. It is... What is this? Tribute sent, HCM, and cool. Yeah, combined 9k. To say my name, we couldn't really put it into the strong army, which could give them map control. 2-0 here. Pretty convincing. And now we go into the home map of the Brazilians. Let's see what they will go for. Something like Ghost Lake would not be super unlikely. Maybe something like Islands as an option as well. And someone tell me the password to access the room? Nope. VNS only got 3 top players. I can see 4. Who do you think is in top level? So I did bet in the tournament against Canada A and VNS, so VNS not super convincing at the moment, but obviously it's not the phase where you need to perform. I don't mind them losing here and hiding our strategies for the bracket stage. Reading of the day where you want to end a relationship. This is a whole conversation for the last hour or so. I said to my name is the lowest level player from this age. Not a bad player, the lowest level from those. You say he's not a top player, and that's simply wrong. Can you go cast one game together with Mem, please? I don't mind if we do like Brazil B and versus USA A together. I can ask him. Okay. Well, I won't co-cast one game, either a series or not a single game. You didn't like to cast EU matches? What? What? I mean, like Brazil B against USA will just be a clear 4-0 sweep. That won't be too interesting. So I can have fun with Memp. I might even play and see where the Jedi Z into that game, because it will be just too one-sided. But we will see. You can watch the RTS? No, I won't watch it. I will either play or I will oh, we'll work for ice cream. It's an incredible skill of you to read in between lines of what I'm saying. Five-minute spec delay? LOL. Okay, 5-minute spec delay, guys. That's just interesting. What are they picking? Are they picking Black Forest? Why would they have 5 minutes? Or Nomad? Now that's a good guessing game. What map do you need to increase? Nomad, maybe? I believe Land Nomad. Is Land Nomad one of the home maps as well? We'll see. So, Arena, but I don't see them picking Arena. Regicide Fortress not, Decentering not. Can look over it together. Oops. Black Forest maybe. Chaos Pit not, Cross not, Continental not, Decentering not, Fortress not, Golden Crater not. They cannot even pick Golden Grotto, Ghost Lake not. Golden Hill not. Hideout, maybe. Highlands not. Crossrocks not. Land Norbit, maybe. Migration? I believe that makes sense. Nomad makes sense. Oasis not. Rooster not. Scandi not. Shadow Web not. Sagam not. Acropolis not. Team Islands not. Two Rivers, maybe. Twin Pilots not. Windmill not. Yucatan not. Yeah, so that's my thoughts. So it has to be a OTC map or a water map or Black Forest. That's my predictions. And I can be so wrong! Yeah, oof. Not so wrong after all. It is Islands. And with Dogao, just a very good pick. Okay, so Dogao playing the Vikings. We have his flank pocket is Stark with Japanese. FH Mongols at the pocket. That's spelled aggressive dog. Mega Hunts at the flank. Saracens cool. And we have his pocket back T with Japanese. Vikings for HCM at the pocket and Hunt at the flank. So basically is Saracens for VNS and Mongols for VH, who will be docking very aggressively. I'm hearing one boar already at pop 7. That's pretty early. USA is not that bad nearly. I think they can take at least one game. If you want to bet, we can do that. I will bet 4-0 and you can bet any other result for even odds. Finland currently in a room with Pike, Zupi, Max and Belize. Looks like they might be preparing some strat map for the game against Canada. I would absolutely hope so. But, well, in all honesty, how this tournament is designed, you don't need special strategies for the group stage. Unless you really want to get that seed 1 in your group. But not 100% sure if that's really necessary. Early ballers here. Since I started following high level AOC, the 4v4 tip choices for land maps have changed quite a few times. Hasn't changed once for water maps. Well, land maps has changed because we changed the sling format. On water maps, we didn't change much yet. 80-20. Well, okay, I can give you 2-1. So, like, your $10 against my $20, and I will take 4-0, and you will take any other result. That's the best I can do. I think that's a Finland played through 2-2 with EMA. They should prepared versus Canada. Well, I didn't see the games against EMA, but or EMA. But yeah, 2-2 was quite a surprise for sure. But as I said, like, we will have a lot of... Oh, actually, like, if Finland loses now, they might even get third in their group, right? If they lose like 4-0 and EMA gets a map against Canada. EMA is a big dark horse? Not really. I believe I seeded them at 9. Who does USA play against? Brazil B. Canada, Finland, EMA have all chance of getting second place. That's true. But I don't see EMA having a chance of getting first place. Actually, now they do, after they played Finland 2-2. We'll take some safer bets. Oopsie. You know what I really like? People in chat who are super clever saying very messages with a lot of confidence and then not going for it. Those are my favorite kind of people. Just take my $10, your $20 for the loads. Yeah, you can do that. Hi, I'm super clever, Homo erectus. Okay. Yeah, you can chip on stars, and I will send you 20 back. People never rate him high. I don't rate him too high either. VH, but he has a solid 818 uptime. So we'll do some damage, and Cool is very close, and he's in a tough spot. Brazil B, and now I finally want to focus a bit on this game here as well. It is in a good spot to control this map. My Stars nick is my normal AOC nick, TSU_Newsford. Or like the nick of the channel. Okay, now let's focus on this game. We have VH up very early. Let's go into his point of view and see where his waypoints are. And he's going directly into that direction. Look at that. That will be so good for him. So we will have Cool in a hell of a trouble. Miguel going for some dogs at a weird spot. Let's take a look. Back T is going for the fish boom. 7 fish and even building a third dog here, but not the greatest fish ever. We have HCM and Semaname going for the aggressive fish here in the middle. And Dogao at the side playing the 1v1 because Stark is playing with a lot of fish boom as well. And instantly finding the fish of Cool is VH. What a great start for them. Cool still not up and already needs to run with this fish. So unfortunate for him, might even lose one here, trying to go back for it. And that's one down instantly and needs to run even further. Still 2 dogs out only. And Miguel should be getting there any moment now. No, Miguel's waypoint are actually towards the side of Back T, who has a strong Japanese fishing ship. 3 dogs out here for Semaname. Third dog coming for HCM, who as a pocket is not building any defensive dog. This feels a lot more like Caribbean than it would look like typical Islands map, because we have so few people going for the big back dogs. 11 for Stark, 10 for Back T. At the moment, 0 for Cool. He will struggle so much. He has still 1 fishing ship alive, but yeah, needs to run now. Okay, first aggression here for Dogao. Fighting in 3-2. It's retreating now. VH now going for Loom. He's trying to stay up and keep up the aggression. What is Miguel doing? He is kind of defending here. And Miguel actually going for 4 dogs, something you don't see too often. Before the middle here. Maybe they want to keep up the aggression. No fletching of him just yet. Dogao will play very aggressively. Did forget about double bit X. Had 4 fishing ship pretty reasonably positioned, is playing the 1v1 now, and he needs to wait quite a bit, is trying to out micro and is getting a lot of damage, but is running back now, fighting the 2v1 quite reasonably well. He has 8 military compared to the 5 of HCM and 6 of Semaname. They're trying to close the distance in. It's obviously super tough to control 2 armies here, and Dogao is doing a pretty good job, and I believe he will fight this off. Misclick here on the deer instead of clicking to the right hand side, and Dogao winning the 2v1 here as it seems, fighting off with 8 against 6 galleys. They're trying to close it down, but he is holding strong. As I said, it's so tough to control those 2 armies and close down the distance properly. Venus Cool running around a bit, trying to get onto more and more, but his TC was idle for quite some time. 27 villagers only. Miguel now trying to chase down Back T here, and Dogao is just playing an incredible game. Alright, and as I said, he's such a good pick. Castle is coming for Stark, incredible, 1555. Back T not shabby as well, 1638. And I don't see fletching for Dogao yet. Semaname already has it. Let's see if he is taking that better engagement here. Semaname, that is. VH coming in, trying to chase down BackT, and they're doing a great job. BackT's fishing count, he's still at 9, but mainly at the front, so very exposed there as well. Togao doing a great job. Now Fletching coming in, and I believe Stark will just have such an incredible eco with his 11 fishing ship here still in the back, uncontested, great eco, and then we'll have the great eco, and yeah, just to control war galleys. That's a lot of villagers on gold as well. Now fighting with that against ACM, already has Fletching, and will do a great job. Will protect his fishing ship. Not even losing a single galley here. Beautiful, beautiful play. Miguel super aggressive against Cool, who's now going for wheelbarrow, an upgrade that you very rarely see that early on islands. And that being said, Miguel and Fiat are going for it as well. Normally you see wheelbarrow quite early when you see a lot of farms, but normally on islands you don't see too many farms too early here. Vietnam picked Golden Crater as their home map. Uh-oh, ACM getting completely demolished here. Why is he not having +1 attack as well? Archery, Blacksmith is out here, and Slipknot VH has the +1. Togao as well, they're closing down the distance, and this feels like a very short game. Very convincing performance so far by Brasile. VNS not really playing it to perfection here. It was a pretty rough start for VNS, Cool for sure, but now getting close down. Togao playing a beautiful game here. Stark now, as I said several times now, should absolutely control the mid to late game of this island game here, and War Galley's out. It's waiting for the +2 maybe. It doesn't have a lot of villagers on food. Look at that. None on berries and not a single farm. And they're just killing the dogs of Cool now. Maybe landing would have been an option as well. He cannot really have a good time to defend that. BackT now with only some war galleys, not even having Fletching on it, so he cannot take any fights, not even against Feudal Age army properly here. Oh, say my name, that's a dock, which means a landing, and indeed transporter out here, but getting spotted quite early. And Togao, the mastermind, knows what's up, sees the transporter coming. Scout is up there, villagers are getting pulled, galleys are chasing down, and for now they're going back against BackT, but not for long. ACM still missing Fletching as well, and for Pocket 20 and 5, not the greatest. Stark sending in his war galley as well, and that's a beautiful team communication here. Oh man, going down to 53 HP, make that 43, getting more and more damage, and he's just trying to get back on land to maybe annoy a bit more, getting the touchdown after all, but that's not the most important thing. Scout needs to be microed back, 3 villagers coming in, 4 would have been a bit better, but doesn't really matter. Now he's sending in the force, all good, that's down. Okay, let's take a look. At the same time, BackT getting pulled off a fish. Look at that, 2 fishing ship working against 19 here. And ACM now getting finally Castle Age. So is VH trying to micro down against Miguel. They're still doing a great job. What is Cool doing? He's trying to get to Castle Age as well. Losing the dogs here at the front is Say My Name. He is going for wheelbarrow. Those scouts here, or the village at the front, trying to fight down the scout. But that's a very unnecessary small win. Now sending in the galleys, trying to snipe down 1 villager, but thinking better of it and going back. VH still with a lot of army, trying to fight down against BackT now. Let's take a look. Villager count, is anyone booming heavily? Togao even having the highest villager count, but that's mainly because he's still not Castle Age and didn't lose any before that, so no one really booming away. BackT going back to 6 fishing ships, so nice usage of that, but overall still on 1 TC as well, and losing so much of his army. Now chasing down ACM, still without the +2, and they're chasing back Miguel, who is still waiting for his Castle Age, and VH trying to go back, but I believe when Miguel is getting Botkin Arrow and War Galley upgrade, they will take another attempt of taking this water fight. Stark has so much here on the water, point leader by quite a bit here. The only uncontested guy. What is this KD? 19-1! I thought about, okay, it could be good, but 19-1 is even better than I would have expected. And yeah, just so brutal. Close to perfect game here. Okay, Miguel, War Galley, he didn't go Botkin just yet, did go Boso, that's because he already finished Botkin. Obviously finishing a bit faster than the War Galley upgrade here. Okay, I can answer all 3v3, 4v4 questions later on. What is Venus Cool doing? Building one extra TC, building nothing else. Having some galleys running around here at the back. AT trying to take any engagement. Seminame going for cartography now. And Togawa, and now look at that, all 4 fleets combined. Brazil B here with the team play like we want to see from a very top team. Wants to go into the top 4. And they're, yeah, if they continue playing like this, they have a very good shot here. And ACM trying to take a good fight. He maybe thinks, okay, that's a good positioning in between dogs, and he's very clumped up. But there's so much more coming up, and as you can see, VH not taking the fight. He's just running around to give his teammates the opportunity to take this fight down. And I believe ACM needs to run to the top, and that's completely without Dogao fighting here. He's now going for ballistics as well. VH is trying to chase down, and they will kill a lot of ACM's army, who is getting away quite okay-ish, I would say. Could have went so much worse for him. I will just quickly go through all the civs here, all the teams, and see if someone is able to click Imperial Age quite soon. We have VH 50 food, Togar 100, Miguel 300, Cool 200, Seminame 100, and endless amount of wood. Backty 200, ACM 200, Stark 200, but it's Sigpop 116, and VH was 100. So no one clicking to Imperial Age just yet. So pretty happy. Not a single drop frame today in our 6-hour stream so far. Chasing down the army here. Backty getting somewhat trapped. Trying to micro a bit. And oh cool, actually trying to help out. VNS doing a great job of not losing their small amount of armies and trying to reposition. Actually taking better and better fights. Stark at the moment 23-2. And cool, who would have thought? Actually ahead in his KD. Only Seminame with 8-39. And not too great, and Backty with 9-30. But cool, did a great job of running around, taking good care of its galleys, not taking any fights, sniping left and right some small groups up here. Now finally going for Botkin Arrow, did go for ballistics before Botkin Arrow, and they are in a great spot to control a lot of the area here. See, I'm doing Town Watch, not 100% sure why. If I would be a VNS coach, I wouldn't even know what to really tell them what to do. Game is running pretty scrappy now. I'm trying to go for 50% speed. Maybe that's a bit better. And look at that, cool, keeps on sniping single units here. And actually the point leader after that horrible start now. That's so funny. Okay, Backty up to Imperial Age. That's a good sign for him. With a strong 9 military, -1 for Say My Name here. Who has quite a reasonable island, honestly. Without any water control. Okay, cool, now up to Imperial Age as well, so maybe if they can drag it out quite for a long time, they can get the Saracen galleons running. But yeah, Dogao up to Imperial Age as well. I would be surprised if we see Dogao not clicking up in the next 2 minutes. Oh, and Cool finally losing all his army here. Finally getting the trap here against Stark. And yeah, he took a big fight, as it seems. ACM. They are getting shut down so heavily. Beautiful control. Look at how well Dogao is doing. He's controlling all of the area around here, of the island of Say My Name. And really punishing him for not having the water. Beautiful move. Cool, trying to go for the redock. With help of Back T, maybe. Not really. Miguel running around. Back T very aware. Pulling his fishing ship here. Let's take a look. Overall military count is 42. Wow. 110, 190? Yeah, 40 to 190. So comeback chances very slim. Even losing some of the villagers here or microing them back. And even if this castle is going up, there is enough war galleys to just kill those dogs anyways. And yeah, Cool again. His signature moves, typing 11, and that's a lot of villagers going down. The castle in the end will go up, but will it really matter? Back T now up, but not having the greatest eco. Stark indeed is up as well, so we are only waiting for Miguel to click up. Semene is up as well. It's going for a lot of stone. Probably will build a redock somewhere here, and yeah, it shouldn't be too close to the coast. ACM has a nice amount of army, but will struggle to get all the upgrades done. And Cool losing his whole redock, and Miguel doing a great job of surrounding the island. I wanted to say, but actually isn't doing too well there. ACM now up as well, so Miguel will be the latest up to Imperial Age, as it seems. But military count is not getting better. Look at that, military count 88 for Stark. Playing it as a pocket and probably didn't lose a single villager or fishing ship all game long, and just can play the brutal game. Even though I don't like those stocks here in the back, more to the front would have been a bit better, but nonetheless in full control. Back T is now taking the engagement. Not sure if Dogao really wants to take it here. Galleons, oh, just finished. Chemistry on the way, so that's why he's taking it. And fighting still against war galleys. Back T around. Stark not really helping just yet. His Imperial Age timing wasn't too convincing, in all honesty. Would have loved to see the galleons a bit earlier. Back T taking a reasonable engagement, but his Stark is waiting for his Imperial upgrade and is transitioning his 90 war galleys into 90 galleons. He alone can take all the armies. Basically, we have actually all 4 players of Brazil have more army than the 4 players of VNS combined at the moment. That's scary. And yeah, Stark has more than double of the combined army of VNS at the moment. So this game cannot be more over. The only thing that keeps VNS players in it, that they still all have their islands, and they have Saracens, which are a bit better in the very long game, but I don't really see how they can get it. They will never get control over the islands here in the middle as well, and army is just brutal. I believe we will see like 1 or 2 bad fights for the VNS. Well, that was a lot of dead villagers here as well, and then we will see the GG coming in pretty soon. T is playing his heart out, is trying to get it back. Obviously they know if they go down 3-0, they have pretty slim chances of still continuing to be first place here in this group. And we don't have Nations Cup running around every month, so it's pretty tough spot for them. And they are resigning here. Stark popped 200, 106 military here. And what a convincing performance. I believe the big thing really was Cool just getting instantly run over, going for a front dog with the Saracens and against the Mongols. A pretty risky choice, I really have to say. Why would you go for an aggressive dog if you know your enemy has Mongols? Not really sure about that. And Dogao just holding beautifully here against the 2v1. I believe it is pretty tough, and I think the better strategy is to have one defensive dog and maybe let the Vikings crush alone, especially with this late fletching. Still pretty convincingly. And Brazil B winning the series. Now the question is, can they close it out with a clean sweep 4-0? Or is VNS keeping the heads high and getting a 2-3-1? Achievements. Dogao getting the biggest kill numbers. Dark. Well, KD is pretty brutal sometimes, and even if you do a good job and fighting, sometimes out of your hands to control your KD here. Fields, Badman, and VNS has now the option to pick their map out of the choices of Bedouins, Continental, Cross, Ghost Lake, Microphone, and Twin Puddles. I would recommend something like Microphone to them, but I would be surprised if they pick it. We will see. Miguel is asking for the map. Dogao is on the toilet. They will take 5 minutes back delay as well, so... Is there advantage if they win 4-0? Yes. It gives you the chance of losing 3-1 against the other team in your group, which is USA and Spain. So basically, no. Now it doesn't really make any difference because USA and Spain have no chance of advancing. And yeah, it doesn't really matter. Brazil B is now the first of the group, very, very likely. And yeah, so not the biggest issue here. By the way, the home map is Bedouins. Ah, that's true. For VNS it could be important if they get second. If they go down, they already won 4-0 against USA, but if they play 2-2 against Spain, they would obviously advance if they take a win now, and would lose if they... or would not advance if they lose 4-0 against Brazil B, but Spain would take a map against Brazil B. So for VNS, there's more on the line than for Brazil B here. I hope you understood that. USA can advance. Okay. Spain versus USA hasn't happened yet, indeed. That will be basically the fight for seed 3 unless Spain does not lose to VNS. Chris needs to be around for today. I think he will be. I think they wouldn't schedule to play Finland if Chris wouldn't be around. Speculate down to 4 minutes. So I will take a small walk and then we'll be back with game number 4. It will be Bedouins. And we will see if VNS has anything special in store. And then we can slowly prepare ourselves for the main event of the evening. Could be a top 4 match. Finland A against Canada A. Probably, let me take a look. Is that the best game of the group stage? China A against Argentina is not as exciting. France against Brazil A is not as exciting. Brazil B is against VNS A. So it is the best game. You hear a lot of access, but the game is stopped at 2:04, so it's a restart. Now we can take a look why. Pretty reasonable spots here. Oh yeah, it's not the question is who's asking the re. Is it ACM or Stark? I'm pretty sure they won't agree on a restart. Miguel is messaging me re. I know, mate. But I want to know who. Call it. ACM is sending a villager over here. What? Why did they call the re? So Stark would have been earlier, I believe. And it's VH, Miguel. Well, that's not the biggest pond ever. Oh, the guy was pretty late. Civs are Chinese, Mayan, Spanish, and Brazil is playing it with Mongols, and VNS is playing it with Persians. So interesting stuff here. And yeah, they relaunched again. VH wasn't going for Lumbercamp, no, he was building a mill. If you're playing Chinese, you can build a TC, and since you can't build villagers instantly, you can just send 2 villagers on the mill. Makes for a better start. Because you don't aim to go for the earliest TC, but you aim to go for the earliest villager production. That's a misconception a lot of people have. Persia, interesting choice. Well, good for against crossbow, strong boom, good knights. Passable production. Lumber end mill? No, it's basically a nomad start, so you can build it, you see. Yeah, mill and TC, you can afford it indeed. China has normal wood, right? 475 then. I believe they have normal wood. Oh, funny guys, look at that. I'm playing at Escape at Escape AE. That's funny. How can you be in 2 streams at once? Well, mastermind. And play and cast at the same time. You're overchopped. Interesting stuff here. It is. Sorry, I can only watch expert games. Damn! I need better emotes. Tell me what emotes I need to get. I love Nilio Boy. That one is great. I like Nilly Math. I don't like Nilly Doubt Castle too much anymore. And Nilly Hype Song is super good as well. But yeah, if I get more subscribers, I can get better emotes. And Nearly Kappa rocks as well.
Skirmisher while he was advancing to the Imperial Age, so he's already got the skirms on the map. So Showtells and skirms together here, a really potent combination.
Okay, then let's focus on our game again. Can't redesign them. The ideas are great, but execution not so much. If you want to help me, I'm very open for it. As I said, I'm very open to change. Okay, so no restart. In this one they had a long pause at the 4-minute mark. And I think we can just jump in. And see how it's going. I don't mean it in an offensive way, I just want to give feedback. Unfortunately I suck at art. Are you very open? Kebab, right. Okay, then let's take another look here at That looks pretty weird. Dogao Stark is playing the Mayans. Dogao was Mongols. We have Miguel Chinese and VH Spanish. They're kind of lined up. And we have on the other side Baek T playing the Chinese very aggressively. Position, cool, the Mayans. Spanish ACCM. And we have, say my name, the Persians here. And yeah, that's pretty uncommon here. Kind of 4v4 setup. All in one line. And feels a bit like team wall is an option here. And how early they're sending villagers out might even be a plan for them. Or is that going to be a villager for the wood line? Not 100% sure. To me, it feels a bit like team wall would be a really good option for maybe even both teams. But it's tough to say. I did just see by Dogao. I mean, Dogao's point of view. Oh, he forgot for quite some time. Look at that. Already heavily behind. 11 villagers here compared to Baek T was at 16 even. So Dogao, and not even looming. So Dogao is a solid 6.5 villagers behind. If you count loom as well in. That's so bad. Dogao just trying to X and trying to organize a team war here. Not really coming up. And yeah, they will team war the teams. Trying to X here quite a bit. But oh, this guy will be heavily behind. Interesting stuff. Okay, a lot of sheep scouting here. And on the other side, it feels like Say My Name will go for the team wall as well. At least, I believe, I'm not 100% sure if you need to wall Baek T as well. And if you need to wall ACCM, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's still a bit laggy here. Bad dog indeed. Dogao wanted handicap maybe as he wanted competitive games. Maybe, yes. Fix game speed, please. I believe I did. It was kind of stuttering, right? I should be at 50% now. Sorry, go. Looks pretty. Looks very pretty here. All the food eco, big lakes as well. And how Brazil will play it out. Let's take a look here. Oh, reasonable uptime by Baek T. 23 villages, 23 plus 2. Something you can absolutely do. And as I said, solid 5 villages ahead. Maybe even 6 compared to Dogao here. Yeah, the Chinese should be earlier, but not that far. Not that far ahead. Let's just think about the Persians don't really have a bonus, and he is ahead by 3 villagers, right? Yeah, no loom. And he needs to get loom at 1 point, so yeah. So the team wall of both teams will be perfect. As you can see here, we'll continue. Baek T is walling all that as well. And so the intention of the admins here, failing a bit, of trying to, yeah, not allow team walling here too much. But it's a China tournament after all, so all makes sense. Miguel, Chinese in the middle, maybe wants to go for some knights, but that doesn't really make sense if 3 people are team walling and 1 in the middle is just going for army. And the others are super unprotected. Is VH going for Conquistadors? That's a question here. And what is ACCM going for? He has 3 on stone, so that's most likely going to be Conquistadors indeed. Cool, the first one to be up. And now the question is, what is he going for? That looks like no plumed archers here, since he has no villagers on stone. Very late and seems like a low wood count here. What is... Oh, the market is over here. Makes a bit more sense. And Stark is going for Plumed Archers here, out of the middle. PH might be going for the complete boom, but Barracks up now. Not 100% sure what's the game plan here. Going for the outpost, and then he should see... Oh, together with Town Watch. Should see a lot. Miguel getting the stable up. Cool. On the way to Castle Age, so is BackT. Pretty reasonable timings by both of them. ACM a bit on the slower side though. Maybe wants to play it a bit slower and then go for the Conquistadors. But yeah, that's a solid amount slower. I'm a bit surprised. PH is playing it with the stable, so no Conquistadors by him. Might be a full boom. And then we have to raise the question, what is a better late Imperial Age civ? Is it the Persians or is it the Mongols? And probably you have to say it is the Mongols. If Togao can get onto his boom and can get those Mangudais out, they're just so much better than Paladins, especially because you already have the Spanish going for Paladins. And BackT before that maybe going for some Cavaliers. So... But our Paladins doesn't suck too much. And Brain a bit surprised by this score here, but yeah, it was a pretty convincing performance. And Enbrain, that's the one I have the bet against. And he was a big fan of VNS, but they seem to struggle, at least for now, but not too important. Because we are still in the group stage, and I believe both teams will make it out of the group stage, and then it will be super important. For now, very defensive game. Miguel will see the team wall and will confirm that his team does not need to build any army. Let's go into the point of view of BackT. He is going for some scouts as well, and he will see that VH is completely walled. Is adding a monastery, not 100% sure why. And he will see the team wall as well. So that will be going into the longer boom game. Sheep really allowing the knight to come in, but the walls are safe here. Miguel walling last minute, and it's all safe here. So going one stone is Stark. Pretty unentertaining game at the moment. Walls will be set up. KT, BackT got 2 kills here against scouts. And I would be surprised if we see another village or another unit kill in the next 5 minutes. So I will answer some question. Keep Titanicing. I mean, I had Brazil as favorites, but 3-0 is pretty convincing. Yeah, and it weren't the closest games ever. So at the moment, VNS not on my top 4 list. Maybe. And I have to say, Brazil B performed a bit better than Brazil A as well. So, yeah, we will see about that. But yeah, that's not too important as well. I think Brazil A, if they get like 1 week of training, they can absolutely get onto it. Yeah, it's walling a lot, and look at those 3 relics here. All in the back of the base of Miguel, who is seeing that his teammate PH is getting converted. And what is this? Over forward, BackT, he's playing in 1 TC, why? Against full walls? Why is he not building a second TC? He will fall behind so much when it comes to booming. ACM, by the way, did get a Conquistador, or is getting Castle up and is getting Conquistadors out. Maybe the team strategy is to open up. Let's take a look. Camels coming in, Spearmen doing some damage. Nice timing here, VH coming in at the same moment like Miguel. BackT trying to wall down here, and he's even using stone walls. I don't like that. And that's a convincing win for our Brazilians here again. At the same time, we have Dogao not building a single unit. He's going for the full boom, as he should. And Stark is going for some plumes. Will come over and yeah, just a pretty solid and defensive game for now. Second monastery here, even of BaCT. I'm not sure if you really need that. Just pull away here, get your monks out. And he should absolutely pull those villagers. Maybe get to convert against him. At the same time, we have Cool going for Plumed Archers as well. Both not helping. Conquistadors not here and Plumed Archers not here. And maybe the Conquistadors can do some magic against Dogao. Let's see. It's same name going for the full boom. Uh-oh. Monkey running away. Okay, let's compare. Dogao, solid 10 volts behind, same name here. And let's see if HCM can do some more damage. Probably not, losing 1 point. A lot. Conquistadors here. Close to 2. ACM trying to expand now as well. Let's take a look. Overall villager count. That looks roughly like 190. And over here we are looking at 190 as well. Somewhat. Yeah. So overall villager count's pretty even, as we would expect of both teams going for the full team wall here. It's a bit of the calm before the storm. Probably the longest game we will see out of those 4 today. ACM going for the defense upgrade, going for wheelbarrow. Miguel already with the early handcart here. Something I really like. Trade should be running great for both teams. BaCT is holding, and I still don't like how little TCs BaCT has. He's still only at 2 TCs. Nothing more. Shaman aim going for the hope for TC boom. Maybe it's only 3. It's only 3. That's a bit surprising to me. Now Siege Workshop, so maybe he is scared of Plumed Archers coming in. Conquistadors doing some damage. Plumed Archers trying to help out. What is Dogao doing? He's actually catching up to say my name. That's so bad. How can a Persian player fall behind against a Mongol player who's actually getting raided? Simply because 4 TCs against 3 TCs. Semine only 5 ahead now. Is he looking into Imperial Age? Yes, at least that. So that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, we have a lot of weak walls. So maybe if he can get onto Cavaliers quite early on and they can keep up the aggression over here, they can maybe catch the timing against Dogao. That would maybe be an option. Plumed Archers should be coming in here. Oh, and misclicked. Should have went in here. More villagers of Dogao going down. Seminame the first up to Imperial Age. Fiat going for Light Cav against the Monkrush here of BaCT. Interesting stuff. 10% sure if that's really the necessary response here in such a team game. But he wants to go for it. Don't fault him too much. Conquistadors getting out quite nicely. Vanessa Cool coming out to help. And Dogao's getting his castle up here nice and safe, controlling a gold spot, controlling more of his stone, but he has a lot of resources here in the back as well, so that looks pretty solid for him. Start getting ballistics for his Plumed Archers. And the camels now going in, and the double-pronged attack. PH is coming in as well, and we see not enough converts here by BaCT. He needs to wall this off, or Miguel will even kill this Mangonel. Everything going down here for BaCT. He's getting demolished here. Not a lot of help. No Plumed Archers, no Conquistadors. They are all at the side of Dogao, and we see BaCT needs to run. Did get a lot of converts against the camels, so that's good for him, and maybe that was even cost efficient for him. Needs to get that stone wall up. And yeah, we'll do so for sure. Conquistadors running into the castle. Need to find another angle. We'll snipe one villager in exchange of one Conquistador. who maybe could have died anyways. Where are the stables of Semaname? Pretty defensively. If you have so much map control with all those Plumed Archers and Conquistadors, I would have loved to see them maybe around here, this area around, and so that you can just go for an early attack and you don't have to run too much. Look at that. Now needs to build a gate and they're just running way too far. Cool. Still without Loom as a Marian, something you don't see too often. But that's something he's going for. Miguel building a castle, which will get denied for sure. That will be a lot of dead villagers, and he will let Cool in here, and that is super unfortunate for Miguel, and he's not seeing it so far. Oh, that's a lot of dead villagers, and Miguel in a lot of trouble here. That's something that should not have happened. Uh-oh, but VH can maybe punish here. Back-T is axing heavily. Plumed Archers are coming in. Villagers go into the left-hand side. Let's take a look. No castles converted, or no knights converted here. And now Miguel needs to delete that castle. VH will lose all his knights here for sure. Way too many Plumed Archers. Semaname is coming in. Miguel will have troubles. All his camels good against the Cavaliers, but bad against the Plumed Archers. That castle will go up and they will keep the aggression, I believe. VNS is looking quite nicely here. Let's take a look. More villagers going to the front and they have troubles. Stark running around, but not with the greatest defense. But still, Dogao, the guy with 100 villagers and 2 castles up now, will go for Elite Mangudais. Let's see how he will perform. Miguel needs to wait, needs to buy himself some more time, needs to get that castle up, is walling beautifully. At one point it's only Palisade wall, but it's close to Stark's 2 castles, so that looks all pretty reasonable. Let's take a look how Stark will continue to play this though. VH needs to get onto Paladins, that's the only Paladins they have. If they can keep him down, if they can snipe down those stables, they're in a pretty good spot. Semaname going for the +4 defense. Back-T even going for redemption, playing it pretty weird, I have to say. Very low eco, but I don't mind because, yeah, Chinese is not really the civilization you need to get very strong into late Imperial Age here. We are here because we don't like Mamp. That's okay, but I still would kindly ask you to not hate on him. Just say I prefer Neely over all the other castles. That's yeah, more of a compliment and less of hate, so better for the general AOC community. Okay, Paladins now for Say My Name. And Back-T continuing to push in, more monks now, more pikemen. VH having troubles, is getting Cavaliers upgrade as well. Left hand side, Mangudais are doing a great job against the Conquistadors. Dogao is holding for now. The question is, how well will he push later on? ACM going for Cavaliers now as well. That will be Paladin. And Dogao will have his Mangudais. Cool is pushing. That castle of Miguel will go down. I believe VNS is in a good spot to control this game here. A lot of Plumed Archers, not 100% sure where they're going over. They're chasing down the Cavaliers of Say My Name. At the same time, a lot of ground gained here by VNS. It feels like a great opportunity to do a lot of damage here for VNS to go to 3-1. Finally, Cool playing a good game. Yeah, he didn't have the greatest spots before that. VH now closing down the distance Cavaliers, but suddenly Semaname is having the Paladins. Miguel is going for heavy camels to counter the Paladins, but at the same time performing against the Plumed Archers is so much tougher than. Paladin spread around, could snipe some of the villagers over here. The big question is, can the rest of the team hold till Dogao gets onto Mass Elite Mangudais? Where are they? Where are the Mangudais of Dogao? Over here. Still not saving his teammates. Mass Paladins here, a lot of Plumed Archers, look at that. 53 Plume Archers on the map. Stark has a nice amount of army as well. ACM, the only guy who's still struggling quite a bit. What is he doing? Look at that. Not doing a single research at the moment. Going for a lot of Cavaliers, trying to push against Dogao. Maybe just send one troop with 3-4 traps and try to get one Mangonel castle. Would be pretty good. Now going for it against all the Plumed Archers here. Persian. Yeah, Plumed Archers won't perform too well if a lot of Paladins are out on the map. Great move here, and Stark will drop a lot of his castles. ACM finally with all his Paladins here. And Stark, what will he be doing? He will soon be down to one castle. Will be so tough for him to stay on army production, and then suddenly the Halberdier push of back T will get stronger and stronger. But yeah, for now Stark is looking at the strong 60 Plumed Archers, so that's okay for now. The question is still, yeah, they are dying, but are they dying fast enough? If Dogao is getting onto 50, 60 elite Mangudais, he can turn this whole game around. But at the moment he is losing some villages and gold, but enough camels there to save him. Mangudais, most cost efficient unit in this game, probably. Mangonel, not really sure what the plan was there. Now the first time Mangudais are really into the fight, but the number isn't high enough. At the moment 40 military here for Dogao. Military count overall not too convincing. Cool is at 70, that's pretty nice. Fiat not having the Paladins just yet, looking at 25% I would say. Stark struggling so much to get anything up. Look at that, is he down to only one castle? It feels like it. Let's go into his point of view. Stark, and indeed that's his only castle. He has enough stone to go for another one. Needs to fall back here, needs to wait for FH to get onto more Paladins, but only roughly 40%. Elite Mangudais out now. Maybe they can get the timing. This castle will probably be saved. All the ramps will go down. They are pushing deep into the base of the Brazilian players here. Very deep. Paladins, they still need the upgrade. Paladins of ACM dying here, still so much army of Cool out, and Semaname is sending more and more. Back T with the Chinese sending so many monks in Dogao. Now Mangudai is coming, and they will clear up a lot of those Plumed Archers, but they cannot fight alone. Dogao needs to hold on the left hand side as well. What is up with this gold? Oh, getting raided so heavily here. Not 100% sure if he can keep up the Mangudai production here. Double Paladins now lost another castle. He's down to 3 as well, probably. Mangudai now holding their ground, but where is the buffer? Buffer's at the right hand side. Plumed Archers are coming from the right hand side. More Paladins here trying to push them back. Mangudai needs to get in again. Great team play by all of them. Look at that. Everyone fighting here. ACM is the only one who's trying to fight against Dogao. So great team strategy, and it's nice that ACM pushing at the same time. Semaname going back, he still needs the +4. Finally the trade is starting. Monks are trying to get the converts in. Plumed Archers getting a lot of kills. VH needs to go back. Mangudai are doing the work here. Monks only focusing on Mangudai would be my favorite option here. Chemistry for back T now, and Iron Casting. Not 100% sure what he's going for. Getting so many kills here. Paladins here at the front. Not the numbers for VH that I want to have. Nice amount of kills here for Dogao, but he is struggling at the left hand side, losing this castle, and that's a beautiful move here by ACM. He knows Dogao needs to help at the right hand side, and he's pushing into that castle. Dogao is going down to one castle. Look at that, 90 villagers only, and he needs to tap out. What a beautiful play by VNS, and they are showing that there's absolutely a force to be reckoned with, even if they lost the series. But they will come back in the bracket stage for sure. Oof. GG guys, Miguel says. And love. 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 Okay. Achievements. I mean, that's cool. Big amount of army. 82 here. Nice KD. Miguel couldn't really do much after that failed cast. A beautiful timing there by Cool to go in there. And yeah, Dogao just being behind at the start way too much. And if he is able to get onto those Mangudais 2 minutes earlier, he can control that. Maybe big loss there of forgetting to build army. Just think about like 20 more Magnudai being there a bit earlier. Then VH has more breathing room to get onto Paladins earlier. He isn't losing at the left-hand side. Maybe can save the castles of Stark. Maybe, just maybe, Miguel can get onto more camels and fight on the left-hand side. But VNS is taking the W, and it's 3-1 here.